Sage Wanderer here, coming at you from my cabin down by the creek. So Donald Trump wants to take over Gaza. Ah! In a recent press conference, Donald Trump said some very interesting things about taking control of Gaza and owning the Gaza Strip. Okay, so what is he talking about? What are some of the motivations behind it? We'll get into that in more detail. But right now, I want to thank all of you who support the channel. Your financial contributions keeps the lights on in the cabin by the down by the creek, and keeps these videos coming your way. So if you like the channel, you appreciate the content, please consider being a financial contributor through the links in the description below. And thank all of you who already do that to help me keep things going here and keep these videos coming your way. This channel is funded exclusively by viewers like you. God bless you all. So why would Donald Trump want anything to do with Gaza? And didn't we elect him so he wouldn't go messing around in all this stuff in the Middle East and get us bogged down in more wars? And is he talking about conquering Gaza and running all of the Palestinians out of the Gaza Strip? No, not really. And honestly, little is known as to what is behind these statements. But I would offer you some conjecture here. You see, the Mediterranean is connected to the Red Sea and consequently the rest of the known world, right, through the Suez Canal. This links the Red Sea and the Mediterranean. And the Suez Canal has been the point of conflict for quite a few military confrontations and minor wars down through the years. And right now it's controlled by the Egyptians. And not that long ago, a giant oil tanker became incapacitated in the Suez Canal and shut it down for an extended period of time. And so since the 1960s, there's been this idea of linking the Red Sea and the Mediterranean through a canal that is would cross the Israeli desert through northern Gaza and link the Mediterranean to the Red Sea in an alternate use of an alternate to the Suez Canal. Okay, give them another way to open up shipping. And crazily enough, when it was first proposed, their idea was to use nuclear weapons to dig it. Glad they didn't use nukes as an excavation tool. But since then, technology and advancements have made it possible for this to be dug now at a more or less reasonable cost. This would be a huge boon to shipping, and it would give us an alternative to the Suez Canal and make it less likely that the Suez Canal could be damaged or taken control of or a target in a conflict, and basically cutting down the shipping capabilities and the disbursement of goods around the globe. And so this is something the Israelis are very much into. Some conspiracy theorists say it's the reason why they ignored all the warning signs on October 7 and let the attacks happen, so they would have an excuse to get rid of the Palestinian people and take total control of Gaza and rebuild it. And instead of letting the Israelis do that, I believe Donald Trump wants to take it over from them. Because there are some big problems with Israel being in control of the Gaza Strip. There is enough animosity between those people, it'll never be healed. And when Israel is in charge of the Gaza Strip, the Gazan people, the Palestinian people, get the short end of the stick. Let's be honest. Well before the October 7th attacks, the Gaza Strip was described by many as an open-air prison. That Israel's idea of how to control the Gaza Strip and the Palestinians there was to isolate it and to dominate it and to oppress the people there, to be honest with you. And I think Donald Trump has a plan to create this canal, much like how we created the Panama Canal. This goes in line with Donald Trump's goal, which is to make the United States a powerhouse and a leader in international trade and shipping, and also give our nation better access to all of the oceans for our military. And so this canal, this proposed canal across the Sinai Desert and into northern Gaza, linking the Mediterranean and the Red Sea, would be something that would benefit world trade. It would benefit the United States Navy, and it would be a financial boon to anybody who lives in that region, Israeli and Palestinians alike. And I think if the Israelis were in charge of doing this, it would be at the expense of the Palestinian people, most certainly. And they would not be partnered in or benefit from it in any way. And I think this is Donald Trump offering to take the Gaza Strip off the hands of the Israelis while still allowing them to benefit from the production of this canal and the increased trade capabilities and military capabilities that it would create. And not only that, it would be a huge boon to the population of the Gaza Strip. There would be jobs opened up, there would be economic development, there would be ports built, shipping facilities. All of this would transport Palestinian people from a small and beleaguered ethnic minority into economic powerhouses. It would transform Gaza from a war-torn third world country made of rubble and destruction. And it would go a long ways to, through economic policy and the construction of this canal and giving the Gazan people, that sounds weird, the Palestinian people in Gaza, ownership, partial ownership of this. And what I think he's proposing doing is just taking the reconstruction over of the Gaza Strip and bringing in humanitarian aid, not kicking the people out of the country. I don't believe that's what he wants to do, but rather I think he wants to infuse cash that would allow the people trapped in Gaza to go live somewhere else if they wanted to, or to stay and partner in the development of the Gaza Strip into a trade center through the construction of this, what they're calling the Ben Gurion Canal, which I'm sure Donald Trump would call it the Canal of America, right? Donald Trump wants to make this canal, and he wants to do it under U.S. supervision, just like we did in Panama, and then he wants to retain control over it, not just helping to build U.S. trade and military assets, putting military bases there in and around it, but this would also benefit the people that own the land there in the northern Gaza Strip. This would create jobs. This would restructure their entire nation and make it a part of the civilized world again. Make it economically feasible for the people that live there and own land and business and properties to flourish. It would definitely put an end to the squabble between the two of them, because it would put the United States and our money right in the middle of it. And I think it's a win-win-win for everybody. I do believe that the creation of this canal is what is behind Donald Trump's proposal. And it isn't about conquering the people of Gaza. It's about ending this unendable war, giving something that both sides can benefit from, and at the same time promoting the United States as a powerhouse in not just trade and not just economic development, but infrastructure development around the world. Tell me what you think in the comments section. Is Donald Trump doing this so we can have another canal built? Is he doing this to end the war? I think the answer is yes. He's doing it for all of that. And the people of the Gaza Strip will benefit, even if it's just them being able to sell some worthless desert land and make a huge profit. And I think that this will, if he does this right, it might make the Gaza Strip a territory of the United States, which would give them religious freedom. It would give them an insulation against the involvement with the Israelis and this ongoing fight over the country. And I think the economic benefits of letting the United States take control of this, Israel could never pull this off. They would never be able to get the Palestinians to agree to anything that would benefit the Israelis. But I think the Americans could come in under Donald Trump, and this could be done relatively quickly, and build this canal, build all of the infrastructure that goes with it, and it would be a huge boon to the Palestinian people and the Israelis. It's a win-win-win for everyone. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. Am I onto something here? Because I don't see Donald Trump wanting to go in there and be UN peacekeepers and try to end this war through military means. I think he intends to go in and help the people of Gaza clean up this mess and take the responsibility away from the Israelis for having to clean it up. And at the same time, they would all benefit from this canal that has to go through northern Gaza. That's the lay of the land. It's where it's most likely and the only place it's possible to be made. And this would double our shipping capacity and move goods through the world at a much faster pace and put the United States of America right at the center of this development. So it looks like 3D chess. This looks like, or 4D chess. I don't even know how many D chess this is, but this looks like something that could benefit everyone. And we don't have much information now, and this is just speculation. But I don't believe he's trying to pull us into another war. I think he's trying to end the war through economic development, which would benefit everybody from the Palestinians to the Israelis to U.S. corporations and even the United States Navy. Tell me what you think in the comments. Am I onto something? And we'll see you next time from my cabin down by the creek.